Let's talk about Kristaps Porzingis. What has been going on with the Boston Celtics center? It's been a while since we've seen him play basketball. Now I'm starting to get a little bit concerned, and I know you guys are as well. I've seen your tweets, I've seen your comments saying, Allie, Porzingis has been listed out with an illness for the last 7 games. What kind of illness is he dealing with? Because I've seen the media, I've seen him around the team. So is he sick enough to be around the team but not play basketball? What exactly is going on? We're going to break that down here on Celtics Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Allie Barefoot, and we have 46.5 thousand loyal Boston Celtics fans right here in this community for free, but I want to keep growing. If you guys want to help us get to 47,000 on the road to go back-to-back as champions, go on ahead and hit that sub button for me. So what is going on with Kristaps Porzingis? We did see him play on February 26th against the Detroit Pistons, but let's be real. He had 11 points, he had 2 boards, and his enthusiasm, his energy, it wasn't there. He looked not okay. And I know when you guys are sick, it's probably the same thing as when I'm sick. I don't feel good. I do not live up to my potential at work, at school, in a social environment. I just don't want to do anything. But KP finally came out and disclosed what has actually been going on. And to be honest, it's kind of a scary situation. He tweeted out yesterday ahead of the Utah Jazz game, I've been dealing with some viral illness that we haven't been able to fully identify yet. That's what is the scary part. If he has missed 7 games already and doctors aren't sure what this viral illness is, how do you recover? What's the timeline? What's the remedy? How can we get KP to be back healthy? He said, I am recovering and getting better, but still working my way back to full strength to help this team. Thanks for your support, and I'm hoping for a healthy return soon. So it's good to get information straight from the source. This isn't from Shams Charania. It's not from Malika Andrews. It's from Porzingis saying, look, I'm not feeling right at this moment, but I'm doing everything I can to get my strength back because once again, when I'm sick, I lose weight. Because I'm getting sick or I'm not eating or something like that. So we got to make sure that Porzingis is still in a basketball-ready body and a mindset because it's been several games that we have been without KP highlights, and I miss him. I miss watching him play. I miss watching him help the Boston Celtics win. Thankfully, we have one of the best rosters in the NBA, so we don't necessarily need to rely on KP. It's not like a Steph Curry kind of situation, but we haven't seen him play since February 26th against the Pistons. He was out sick before that game, didn't suit it up, played for the Detroit game, but it just really wasn't like he was fully there. But then Joe Mazzulla did disclose yesterday ahead of the Utah Jazz game after KP made his statement about his illness is that he's actually getting pretty close to returning. We've seen him on the bench. We've seen him actually taking shots up before the weekend game against the Los Angeles Lakers, where he was later ruled out with that non-COVID-like illness. So he's been taking some reps. He's been shooting around. He has been attending practice. But this is one of those things where it's a very scary reality. Injuries and illnesses, obviously, they're out of our hands, and we're thankful that Kristaps Porzingis doesn't have any injury that he has to recover from right now. But having a viral illness that the doctors aren't 110% sure what is going on, health comes first. Whether it's an Achilles, a sprained ankle, a shoulder, a mallet finger, or an illness, the health comes first because I don't want to watch Kristaps Porzingis not play 100%. And I'm sure he doesn't want to play when he's not 100%. But Joe Mazzulla said in full disclosure a little bit more about the recovery process for KP and what the Celtics are expecting from him. And it seems very, very reasonable. He's coming into the facility every day, trying to get shots up, sweat it out. He's just not feeling well. He is working to get back, and at the end of the day, we're just making sure that he's safe. He's still been able to be around the guys, but he's trying to get in the best shape. Nobody is trying to get him back sooner than normal. Nobody is trying to force his recovery. Everybody is taking this game by game. And thankfully, as fans, we want to see Kristaps Porzingis continue to get healthier because while we enjoyed watching against the Pistons game, I know you guys watched that game as well. It's not the same Porzingis that we normally see. We want him to be ready for the playoffs, but more importantly, we want an answer and just want him to feel better. But because Kristaps Porzingis has missed several games, 7 games to be exact, Boston has stepped up for him. Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Sam Hauser even have said their support, and they've also been making up for it on the court. Hauser said after the Utah Jazz game, keep in mind, Hauser had a career-high night, 33 points. But he talked about his brother in uniform. He said he's been around. He's doing better. Hopefully we can see him on Wednesday, which, of course, is tomorrow, the OKC Thunder game. Would obviously love to see KP for that. If not, hopefully the game after that. Just hoping he's doing all right. I think he is. It seems like he's coming around, so that's really exciting for us. Even seeing Boston welcome back Svima Hyluk and Jaden Springer into TD Garden last night. This is a good group of guys that are able to mesh well on the court and off the court. And I do think that resonates with winning. Boston has won 15 of their last 18 games, so it makes me feel like when somebody's not feeling well, when somebody's injured, another guy is going to step up. Peyton Pritchard did. Derek White did when Drew Holiday got diagnosed with the mallet finger. Sam Hauser is now stepping up when Kristaps Porzingis and Jason Tatum are not playing against a team like the Jazz. So overall, we are fans of the game, but we have to respect a man's privacy and what he is going through. So if he ever does come across this video on YouTube, I do want to make sure that the largest Boston Celtics community on this platform has used their voice to give him some well wishes. Put 8 in the comment section down below. Spam Kristaps Porzingis' number to make sure that he is feeling healthy and that we miss him and we want him to come back at 100%. Until that does happen, we're going to talk a little bit about can Boston continue to rely on their bench, because while he may be coming back soon, hopefully per Joe Mazzulla, Boston needs to be able to step up in case anything comes unprecedented. Before I talk about that, let me tell you guys about this. The #1 daily fantasy sports app in America, Prize Picks. I play Prize Picks every single game day. In total, 10 million active users right now across 30 different states, including Cali, Georgia, Florida, and Texas. If you guys want to play Prize Picks, it's super, super easy to do so. All you have to do is just pick more or less on a player's projected stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash. That's right, up to 1,000 times your cash. It's a lot of shopping sprees in there. And you guys can pick professional and collegiate players, and we all know that this month is extremely exciting for basketball, so I'm going to take advantage of both professional and collegiate Prize Picks, but also take advantage of their promotions they have every single week. Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday, which is a 25% discount on a player's projected stats. As you guys can see here, Donovan Mitchell's stats have been knocked off from 22 to 18.5. I'm going to take the more on that. And then I'm also going to take Coleman Hawkins to have more than 9.5 points tonight. Also, keep an eye out. Every Friday is Flex Friday, which is win or your money back, guaranteed up to $20. There are several reasons why to play Prize Picks, but I want you guys to go on ahead and test it out yourself. Download the Prize Picks app. Use promo code CLNS. That'll give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Download the Prize Picks app. Use promo code CLNS. That'll give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. It's actually been a very exciting week for the Boston Celtics, and more importantly, the bench players have really started to shine. And I know that Sam Hauser is struggling to find his rhythm. Peyton Pritchard, he's been a Sixth Man of the Year favorite for the entire year. Even starters like Derek White are starting to hit their strides and find their rhythm with less than 20 games to go in the regular season. This is when Boston needs to be playing their best basketball. That's exactly what they're doing. It's the entire roster. In the last week or so, it has been highlight night after highlight night. Peyton Pritchard, career high, 43 points. He almost stole the limelight away from Derek White in the exact same game. Had 41 points as a career high. Sam Hauser last night against the Utah Jazz, 33 points. From the primarily catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, he was knocking them down left and right. Even the rookie Baylor Shireman got in on the action on the oh-so-scary Philadelphia 76ers, and he dropped 15 points. Boston has learned how to adjust without playing with KP. Why? Because he did miss a month of Boston Celtics basketball earlier this year as he was recovering from that surgery. And they also went through rounds 2 and 3 of the playoffs without their big man. So Boston having such a stacked roster is what is going to able to push them to the end. I just don't know anybody else's bench that has 43 points off it, that has 33 points off it in the same given week. I think that is Boston's strength. So while KP takes the time he needs to recover from this illness, I mean, we can go all the way down to Shireman, who we know is going to play defense and knock down threes for us. And I really like this quote here from Jaylen Brown after the Utah Jazz game, and it kind of goes hand in hand with Boston playing their best basketball. He said, we're resharpening. Resharpening our tools in getting ready for the most exciting time of the year. They've been here. They've done this before. This stretch should be the most fun basketball Boston is having. I mean, Jason Tatum sat out last night against Utah Jazz just to watch, just to rest, and the man's eating popcorn because we're putting on a show. This is the most exciting time for basketball because we are less than 20 games away from the playoffs, and it doesn't mean that Porzingis, when he does come back, is going to be trying to recuperate, trying to find his mentality again. He's still locked in. He is ready to win a championship. The entire team is ready to go. They may have struggled October through December, but January through April is the time for Boston to really start to pick things up. Derek White even said after his 41-point career night game, I know it's difficult for Porzingis to not be out there playing with us, and he's doing everything he can to get back. He knows we always have his back, and he knows he's doing everything he needs to do to get back out and try to figure out what is going on internally. When he comes back, it's going to be great to have him. But Boston has to keep playing basketball. Porzingis has to keep rehabbing, has to keep getting healthier for what I suppose to be a long playoff run from May to June. Nonetheless, Boston's doing okay. Looks like Porzingis is doing okay, despite the scary situation that he is going through. And I think they still have their eyes on the prize. Last question for you guys. Do you think Boston can go back to back? It's starting to feel the same way it did last year, where there was nothing that could knock this team off. And I really like that feeling. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, help us reach 47,000 on this channel. All you guys have to do is hit that sub button on Celtics Today by Chat Sports.